Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for BroadwayWorld. Playwright Will Eno is making his Broadway debut with his latest called The Realistic Joneses. Under the direction of Sam Gold, it stars Toni Collette, Michael C. Hall, Tracy Letts, and Marissa Tomei. And I'm on the opening night red carpet where the stars came out to celebrate. Well, here you are. It's your Broadway opening night. What's going through your mind?
Probably like 19 things are going through my mind, but also I was just saying it is such a great cast of such incredible human beings, and Sam is a good friend, and Tracy Letts is a really good close friend, and so it has a very nice, calm, sort of small town feel of. Marissa Tomei was just saying opening nights, it's sort of like putting on a school play. It has that feeling because it's friends and family. And you're really nervous, although when you think about it, why should you be nervous? Because the press, like you yourself, have mainly come to see it, so that's all set up. But so I'm just really, really happy. I'm really, really grateful to the wonderful people who have wanted to be involved in the play.
Take me back to the beginning for a second of how you came to write the play.
I wanted to write a play that was mainly in the realistic mode. And for me, that just meant to not have direct address to an audience. So that was one of my only limits. And I just was thinking about how the incredible things that people deal with, and in terms of, not to be too abstract, but science and the awesomeness of the universe and all that stuff. And here we are with these tiny little human beings with these tiny little lives that mean everything to us, and we labor under this giant sky, and so it was just things like that. And not to sound pretentious, but I just was kind of inspired by human beings and what human beings manage to live through and then die. You know.
So what was it like for you in the rehearsal room, working with this incredible cast and your director, your friend Sam Gold?
It just was a great rehearsal process, and very, very calm, and very, on the one hand, really serious hard work, but then also it's a funny bunch of people, and so it was just pretty relaxed and pretty good hard work and serious difficult questions, but then everyone was just happy to sit around and goof around on the breaks, so it was a good bunch for that.
You were in the most gorgeous theater, the Lyceum. What has it been like for you sitting there watching the audience love your play? There's a couple of laughs that have been consistent, and I hope they continue to be, but they really, I feel almost moved, just because they sort of have to do with the pain of life and avoiding the pain of life, and there's just a great kind of communal laugh from the audience, and that feels really, really good. And it's great to sit in. I love the Lyceum, and I've been watching the last couple shows from the very last seat in the balcony, so as far away as you can get, but the acoustics are so great, and it's a very cozy experience in there. So here we are. What's brought you here tonight?
Well, two things. First of all, the producer, Jeffrey Richards, who's my friend and who's produced me on Broadway, and I like to support what he's doing because I think that's important. And Will Eno, who's a fresh new voice in American theater and who does really exciting, fun theater that I know I'm not going to know what's going to happen next, and I'm going to be interested the entire time. So that's what I like about him. He's very, very smart. Also, it's a great cast, and I know this sounds strange, but maybe it doesn't sound that strange, but Marissa Tomei is a really great stage actress, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she's going to be doing tonight.
See, I saw this yesterday. I'm a huge Will Eno fan. Like you said, you sit through his plays and you think it's going one way, then it goes another way. It doesn't go that way, then it goes this way. Yeah. So that's really exciting. Yeah. And I also love what you said about Jeffrey. Jeffrey Richards is a producer who has taken Will from off-Broadway and moved him uptown to Broadway, which is really, really important.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't have too big a chip on my shoulder about British playwrights, but I think our playwrights are just as good as their playwrights, and I think we should be seen on Broadway as often as the young British playwrights are seen. Sometimes there isn't enough support structure. That's the only reason why we don't see them. And Jeffrey Richards is now part of that support structure. he's now making it, there's like a ladder up into, Neil Pepe, who's here tonight, he's also that kind of producer. There's a number of people who are helping us see what our guys have to say, and I want to hear what they have to say. So
he never does this with me. He never does the red carpet. He's always like
never say never.
Well, now you're doing it
if you're in a Broadway show, then you do the red carpet
with your husband, which you never do. So it's nice to. And you know, it's so funny when you did the red carpet. If then after the show, I was behind him, like on
Mary
the other
Noble,
side,
backstage husband.
Mary Noble, backstage wife. Yes, I was. I was like the radio show. Yeah. What are we doing here? What's the show about? What's the show about?
It's Realistic Jones. I think it's about Quincy Jones and like Peggy Lipton and
his
her
daughter,
family.
Yes, the life and times of Peggy Lipton.
Yeah.
It is when she grew up into the Mod Squad. I remember that.
That's right.
Someone should do a show on that. That was one of my favorite shows on TV.
Too, the Mod
I used
Squad.
to play Link.
I was Peggy. What was her name in the show?
Julie.
And I do this to my hair.
No, but you have a lot of friends in the show, right?
Yes.
Well, Michael is a
C.
very,
Hall is a
very
very dear
close friend.
friend.
We
know everybody else in the show, but we
love
really
Michael.
know Michael.
We've been through 2 wives with
Yes.
him, and
He gave us a
we
knife
love him.
for our wedding present.
He did. He gave us a
So
knife.
it's kind of ironic. Dexter gives you a knife for your wedding
Yeah,
present.
he did. He did.
Was it a new knife or a Dexter knife?
No, it was an incredible kitchen
beautiful
knife.
knife.
But it's like it's a Dexter
It
knife.
is a beautiful knife. We use it every time.
We-
It's a special knife when you really need to cut really well.
It is. And I know Marissa kind of. I love her.
Yeah, you know.
I know her pretty well. So but I don't know Tracy and Tony of the Tracy and Tony's Italian.
And I've never seen a
Musical
Will Eno play, so I was very excited. I didn't get to see the one at the Signature, so here we are.
It's really wonderful. I saw this yesterday afternoon. I'm just glad you're both out together for an opening.
I know.
No,
I
it's
know.
great.
He's always with me. He
great,
just
yeah.
stands. He doesn't do this carpet thing.
Yeah, you know.
That's why we've been together for 95 years. Because he's like, here, honey, you have all the attention.
It only feels like 95, darling.
No, honey. I'm up.
So you did a matinee today, right?
I did do a matinee, and it was packed with people, and we raised lots of money for Broadway Cares.
Did you?
Yeah, one of the cue cards for Let It Go went for $5,000.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow. And they're recording the album tomorrow.
We're recording that. I buried the lead. We are recording the album
did, you
tomorrow.
got it,
I'm
yeah.
first up at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
Yes.
Original Broadway cast recording. Those are really thrilling.
Yes, and
That's gonna be
it'll be what, my fifth?
It'll-
sixth.
Yeah.
My sixth.
Yeah.
What's brought you here tonight, Ben?
I was walking by, I saw a bunch of cameras, and I said, I want to be a part of that. No,
Going in.
No, honestly, to be perfectly honest, I just really wanted to see the play, and I happen to be in town now, and I feel like I was hoping to see it on a night like this rather than like a Wednesday matinee. That's really why I'm here. I have no connection to these people other than I'm a giant fan.
Do you love Will Eno?
I have not. This is my first play of Will Eno. I mean, I love everybody in the show. I love, if we're talking playwrights, I love Tracy Letts. This is. I just heard wonderful things. I heard Yale went incredible, and I just really want to say I'm just super lucky and excited to be here.
Now, this is the final season of Mad Men. Tell me what it's been like working on that show and being a part of it.
It's been surreal. I was a massive fan from the very beginning. From day one, my now wife and I watched it in real time. We didn't even DVR it. So it was pretty weird to walk into that set and to be a part of something like that. And you feel it every day, especially in the last season. You feel a certain weight to every moment that you spend on set now. There's a lot of bittersweet and it's just a really long, tedious goodbye.
We lost you for a while. You used to do stage here. You did The Graduate.
I came here. I always thought life plan. I was never going to be in Los Angeles in front of cameras. So I always thought I'd be doing theater. I would kill to come back and do it if anybody would have me.
So here we are.
Yes.
What brought you here tonight, Leslie?
I'm a big Tracy Letts fan. I mean, after seeing whatever happened to Virginia Woolf, I was like, oh my gosh. And of course, as a playwright, I knew he was fabulous, but then I saw him as an actor and I said, oh my goodness. So I'm a big fan. I'm looking forward to him.
He is so wonderful in this. I came to this yesterday.
Oh,
He's
yes?
so great. Are you aware of Will Eno as a playwright?
Not really, and so therefore it's going to be an adventure for me.
It's really wonderful. Now talk about your new show, because you're touring the country, winning awards everywhere you go with Uptown, Downtown. Talk about your latest show.
Well, my latest show, Uptown, Downtown, I've been doing as a concert piece, and then wound up doing a new show for 54 Below called Classic Uggams, and as a matter of fact, I just did it the other night, and it's a fabulous show. It talks about not only the American songbook, but the people that I worked with, like Sinatra, the Beatles, Elvis, and all that, and great songs, and the people just love it.
So here we are. What has brought you here tonight, Jason?
I think anytime I can see a new American play, I get so excited I can't stand myself. So it's thrilling to be seeing a new play on Broadway.
Were you a big fan of Will Eno?
Absolutely. I mean, I think he's so smart and he's so special. Hello there. Hi. Sorry. No, absolutely. I think Will is one of the smartest and most inventive writers that we have right now.
You just saw Marsha Norman.
Yes.
You're a collaborator on your Broadway show, The Bridges of Madison County. Stunning evening of theater. Tell me what it's been like bringing this to Broadway, that beautiful show.
Oh, for me, these buildings, this block, this is what you aspire to if you're a writer of musicals. And so to be able to be part of this community and to be part of this thing, it's been thrilling. The Bridges of Madison County is a piece I'm very, very proud of.
What's brought you here tonight, Jeffrey?
Well, this show and this director and this caliber cast, and it's the Lyceum Theatre, and it's Broadway, and it's Sunday night, and it's the opening night, and it's very exciting. I remember my Sunday night, and I remember just saying, please let this be over so we can do it, and it's very exciting.
There's nothing like a Broadway opening, is there?
Nothing. And you can feel it in the air. I mean, this is, this is your dream, and everybody knows it's very, very, very special.
So what has brought you here tonight, Marsha?
Well, Jeffrey Richards, Stacey Mindich, Will Eno, Sam Gold. I mean, this is a great evening. We're excited. I'm excited to be here.
There's nothing like a Broadway opening, is there?
No, it's fantastic. It's great. It's especially fabulous if it's not yours.
Yeah. Well, you're right down the street at the show in Feld. Tell me how excited you are to have your Broadway musical with Jason Robert Brown playing down the street.
Jason Robert Brown is the dream of a collaborator, and our show is just down the street, Bridges of Madison County, and it's a beautiful show. I just saw the end of it again today as I was waiting for a friend. It's wonderful to have a show here. It's great. These are great producers.
Is that yours?
No.
It's beautiful, Joan.
No, we can't. This would be too expensive, the QVC.
So tell me how excited you are to be here tonight.
It's Broadway, it's an opening, the energy, it's a great city, and it should be a wonderful evening.
Do you know the playwright? Have you seen Will Eno before?
No. So I'm very excited. I hear he's terrific, so it's all good.
And a dynamite cast.
Dynamite cast and great word of mouth already.
Can we get you back on stage again? Do you want to come back to Broadway?
I want to come back to Broadway so damn fast, it's killing me.
I'm excited. I can't wait to see it.
He's a dynamite playwright. Have you ever seen any of his stuff before, Will Eno?
I actually don't think so, but I hope I get to meet him tonight, and I'm such a fan of new work, and getting to see this, and their big opening night will be very exciting.
Dynamite cast. I mean, Toni Collette, Tracy Letts, Michael C. Hall, Marissa Tomei. Had you worked with some of them before?
I haven't, but I was just telling my friend that I saw Tracy Letts in Virginia Woolf last season, and I mean, the whole cast is amazingly talented. I think it's going to be a night to remember.
Because we all saw Tracy first as a playwright, because I didn't know him as an actor. I knew he was an actor, but it was like he's just wonderful to see on stage.
Exactly, captivating and so charismatic and deep and awesome to watch as a fellow actor. I think I might learn a lot tonight too.
So what have you been up to since leaving Cinderella?
Indeed, I'm opening Three Penny Opera off Broadway at the Atlantic tomorrow night. So it should be a very exciting night. 2 openings in a row.
Dynamite cast you're working with down there. Murray Abraham, I mean, tell me.
Yes, my saving grace of getting to do this show has been working with this amazing cast. I love everybody so much. I've learned so much. F. Murray Abraham, I mean, Oscar winner. He brings his Oscar to the theater. It lives at the theater, so we all have befriended Oscar. Mary Beth Peel, who plays my mother, and she sits next to me in the dressing room, and she is just a dream. And of course, Michael Park, who is absolutely phenomenal. He plays the leading role, my leading man, and he's dreamy and just completely wonderful to work with as well, and so good in the role. It's been really, really fun.
Did you know the show before you started Threepenny?
I did not know Threepenny Opera. I had heard of it, but I didn't even know any of the music. And I read the script, and it's a very odd kind of unique piece, and so I feel kind of lucky to be doing it. And we've had like a pared down revision of it, so it's easier to follow. And again, the cast is making it completely worth it. It's really, really exciting.
Here you are.
I'm here.
You are getting ready to open in Act 1 playing Moss Hart.
Yeah.
How exciting is that?
It's very exciting, and it's scary, which I also say in the play. But yeah, it's exciting and scary. It's been a long journey, but it's been an exciting one and a frustrating one at times. But I'm excited for what we have and where we're heading, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Working on a brand new play, which is based on his beautiful book by James Lapine. Talk about that whole process of what it's been like playing this iconic man.
Well, it's very much like the book, because it's a play about a play, and we're going through the same things that I'm talking about, the same frustrations and the same all of that, which is great and hilarious. And it's also, you don't get to do too many plays about plays, and this is really about writing plays, which is exciting. And the cast is fantastic, and to be able to share Moss Hart with Tony Shalhoub and Matthew Schechter, the young actor who plays the younger version. We pass the baton on, and it's an honor to be able to do that. And he's one of the grandfathers of the American comedy.
And being here tonight, do you have friends in the show, or?
I don't. I know. I'm a huge fan of everybody involved. Sam Gold, Will Eno. I'll see pretty much anything they do, and the cast is fantastic. I'm a huge Tracy Letts fan. I'm a fan of all of them, so it'd be unfair to single anyone out. But I'm excited. I know nothing about the play.
Did you do a matinee today?
Yeah, that's why my hair's crazy.
I love this.
So my hair's a freaking fro.
The Moss Hart look.
It is.
And you got this beauty with you.
And she had a matinee today too.
All right.
And she opens tomorrow.
I know that. We talked about. I love this.
I took my eyelashes off. She left hers on. Kidding. I don't wear them.
Another opening. Tell me what you love about opening nights.
I love opening nights when they're new American plays, especially. They're exciting. They're wonderful. No one knows what they're going to see. And there's a new American play, and that's great.
Were you a big fan of Will Eno?
Yeah, and I'm a bigger fan of new American plays on Broadway. There aren't enough, so I'm so glad that there's one.
Him also. I'm a big Will Eno fan. I love that Jeffrey Richards has taken him from off-Broadway and moved him uptown to Broadway. It's very exciting.
Yes, it is. We're here to celebrate that. So.
Now, how is everything down the street with you, with your big hit show, Mothers and Sons?
Everything's great. Just said hi to Fred Weller. Had a wonderful matinee today. Audience on its feet, screaming, and it's very exciting.
I'm obviously a big fan of Will Eno's work. I love Middletown so much. I'm a big fan of Sam Gold's work. I love the flick, the circular transformation. I love the cast, and I especially love that they were away from each other for 2 years in the movie schedule, the TV schedule, the theater schedules. How they made it the priority to come back together, I think is amazing. I love the process of how something like this is. There's the patience to make it happen. So they must really all love each other to have made this happen. That's beautiful.
And there's definitely like a Broadway opening.
Yeah, well, there's nothing like a Broadway opening of a new play, because that actually doesn't really happen that often. So to see something that that all these really, like, the stars have lined up for the stars to line up to do this type of new play, and especially a writer who's so heralded as a Pulitzer Prize-winning writer to say, I'm going to act in my friend's work and commit the time to do that it's just, I think it's very amazing and beautiful. I can't wait to see who the realistic Joneses are.
So tell me what brought you here tonight.
Tickets to a hot Broadway show directed by Sam Gold, starring Marissa Tomei and Toni Collette and Michael C. Hall and Tracy freaking Letts. That's enough. Any one of those people is enough to bring me to a Broadway show.
It's terrific. I saw this yesterday. I'm a huge fan of Will Eno. Do you know Will's work?
Yeah, well, I remember seeing him at DR2 Space, and then I also saw him and a friend, Brian Hutchinson and Marissa Tomei, in a play at the Flea years ago. So he's really esoteric. So I'm excited to see what he has on Broadway and how it's going to translate to more mainstream audiences. That's really exciting that the producers brought Will Eno to Broadway.
Yeah.
I know, really special.
What are you working on?
Right now I'm working on The Blacklist. I finished a run on Girls. And hopefully this week I will announce a play that I will be able to do. Hopefully it'll work out with the schedule. I'm very excited. Can't say here just yet. I'd get in trouble, but hopefully very soon, a cool off-Broadway project.
No, because I knew we lost you to TV, so I was going to ask you, would you like to come back to the
Never
theater?
lost me. You never lost me. The theater is my home.
So here we are.
Again.
What's brought you here tonight?
Well, I'm here to check out a new Will Eno play. I've never seen a Will Eno play. I've heard so much about him. And I have a feeling I'm going to be Will's going to have a new fan after tonight, from what I've heard. I'm really excited to see it.
He's a wonderful playwright, and I'm thrilled that Jeffrey Richards has taken him from off-Broadway and taken him to Broadway.
Well, I mean, Jeffrey Richards, who, of course, was our producer on Glass Menagerie, really believes that not just the classics, but the great new American plays have a place on Broadway. And it's really great to see that he puts his money where his mouth is and makes it happen. He's one of our great producers out there, and to take a risk and do a show like this is really special. No one else, not a lot of people will do it.
Well, you've just closed your incredible run in the Glass Menagerie that Jeffrey produced at the booth. Are you going through withdrawal? What's happening?
I'm definitely going through withdrawal. It's been about a month and a half. There's a period of about a week where you're like, this is great. Like I'm I don't have to like show up at 8 o'clock and like entertain 800 people or so. But then after that week, you're like, I really want to go to a theater and like entertain 800 people right now. And you miss the play. We miss each other as a cast. We had such a great time, and even just this is the first time I've been in Times Square really since the play. So it's a lot of memories and a lot of nostalgia, but it's going to be great to be here.
What's brought you here tonight, Kathy?
One of my really good friends and a favorite actress of mine, Marissa Tomei, is starring in it. I'm working on a couple projects with Marissa, and I've always been a huge fan of her acting. Like, I've never seen her not do something that's brilliant. And now that we're friends, it's even more rewarding to come see her do her play.
This is wonderful. I was here yesterday afternoon. I'm a huge Will Eno fan. Have you seen some of his plays before, like Tom Paine?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, everybody involved in it, but I haven't heard a lot, which I'm happy about. Like, I don't want to know. Don't tell me if someone dies, or who shot JR, or anything. Or if he's really a man who's pretending to be a woman. I don't want to know any of it.
All those things happen. No, none of those things happen. But just being Broadway openings in general, what they mean to you. I mean, these are really special.
I mean, I just moved back to New York 3 years ago, and this is one of the reasons why. This does not happen in Los Angeles. It's just exciting, and it's so much talent, always talent, and it's about how your art, not how you look. I just love it here, and this is an exciting night. I'm really honored to be invited.
Do you want to come back to Broadway?
I've been on Broadway with Dirty Blonde, and I sort of did it the wrong way. I took the best role in the world, so now it's like, where do I go from here? But yeah, I'm sure once my daughter goes off to college in a year, I'll be back. I'll be back.
Well, she's on her way to becoming a big star, so you'll either be coming to another opening night.
You're a sweet uncle.
You were the best.